Here at WeatherWorks, we strive to be your weather experts. It's actually our slogan. And while many landscapers, facility managers, contractors, DPWs, and more rely on us during the winter, we continue to provide our dependable expert service during the spring and summer as well. Whether it's alerting you for severe weather, flooding, tropical events, or finding dry time throughout the day, we remain available to you 24/7 with our warm season alert service. And this morning, we're here with Operations Manager Sean Rowland, and he talked about how, as a company, we transitioned from the mindset of snow and ice to the summer. So good morning, Sean. Thanks for being here with us.
Morning, Joe.
So the first question we have for you, Sean, is with the winter season coming to a close, how do you as the operations manager facilitate the transition between the snow and ice season into the warm season?
Well, I think a lot of our focus really changes over to dry time for clients. And when is it going to rain? When is it not going to rain? And that allows them to plan their day. So whether they're landscaping, whether they have a football game or a lacrosse game or anything going on, we're really focused on amount of rain and how long. And it's a different mentality. The other thing that we're starting to focus in on is severe weather season and thunderstorms. And that's important as well, not only keeping people safe outdoors, but again, planning your day.
Okay, so going a little bit more into that, so what are some of the specific threats that we as a company are always trying to look for during the warm season?
Two primary things: severe thunderstorms, which can cause damaging winds, and for our clients, that means trees coming down and cleaning up some of those trees, branches, things like that. The other aspect is flooding, and flooding comes in three forms. It's poor drainage flooding, so that's typically from heavy rain that overwhelms drainages, and flooded roads happen quickly. The second part of that is stream and creek flooding, so we'll take a look at different bodies of water to see what levels they're at and the potential for streams, creeks, small rivers to flood. Third part, larger rivers, Delaware River, Passaic River, Susquehanna, things like that, to see if flooding's possible there. And that's a little bit more of a slow development flooding. And I actually guess there's four. Coastal flooding.
Coastal flooding, sure, yeah.
Can't forget coastal flooding.
For our coastal clients.
And it's happening more and more and more. And from now compared to 15, 20 years ago, the amount of coastal flooding instances are increasing. So our focus certainly has grown to monitor when coastal flooding's a threat. And that's not just for oceanside locations, that's also for back bays, and it's also for tidal rivers. There's tidal rivers in northeast Jersey and Philadelphia and parts of Maryland where those cycles of high tide and low tide can result in some flooding in some of those areas.
And as far as what we do as the employees here at the office, how do we alert our clients about any of this flooding or severe weather?
Well, we go through two modes. The first mode is our written forecast, so they'll get an email, and they can also receive a fax. But the email forecast goes to home or office, and that gives our clients an indication of what kind of threats are upcoming. And it's very similar to essentially what a watch is. Be aware of these conditions. Some flooding or some severe thunderstorms are possible. Second part of that is heads up notification, and that's very beneficial because that includes a text or a call, and that's when something is imminent. So thunderstorm has developed and it's imminent to impact the area. We'll give you a call or a text and let you know, hey, there's pretty strong thunderstorm coming through. Parts of your coverage area may have some problems with this, whether it's wind damage or whether it's flooding.
And last question, compared to what we have during the winter season when we're dealing with tight gradients for snow, or we're trying to figure out if it's sleet, snow, or freezing rain, what are some challenges that we try to overcome during the summer season?
I think the biggest challenge for us is coverage and spatial coverage of thunderstorms. So thunderstorms are very what we call mesoscale, which are small scale phenomenon, and I'm sure everybody's seen it. You know, my backyard got it, and his backyard didn't.
They just pop up randomly.
So you can get different areas that have different impacts from either heavy thunderstorms or heavy rain. So one thing that really stressed to our meteorologists is to differentiate between thunderstorms. So for example, there might be one storm where we let clients know, hey, this may impact you with some wind damage. It's close to your town and it may affect parts of it. but that's totally different than a squall line, and a squall line that is moving through the entire region and has been producing wind damage, and we try and be stronger with our wording, and this is likely to cause problems. So trying to differentiate the different types of thunderstorms that we're dealing with is a challenge, and that's one thing that we try to best illustrate to clients is what the threat actually is.
And then we're always here 24 hours a day. If they ever want to call, if you have a question, something confuses you, that's what we're here for also as well.
Yep, exactly. And you know, with that time of year, that can happen in the middle of the night, that can happen in the middle of the afternoon.
Absolutely.
And we have you know, different types of weather threat and nor'easters, you know, as well, that can occur in April or October, and bring widespread flooding concerns, coastal flooding concerns, things like that.
Absolutely. Well, Sean, thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us today. I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci over at WeatherWorks. This is what we have going on for our summer season. You can always find out more information at www.weatherworksinc.com, or you can give us a call at 908-850-8600. And again, I'm meteorologist Joe Martucci over at WeatherWorks. Have a great summer season, everybody.